Hi guys, Matt from Boss here. We've just finished this rather epic build here, single cab Land Cruiser 79 series, and we've had the car for several weeks now, and I'm going to introduce you to Darcy, who's our head mechanic. Darcy, you've poured your heart and soul into this car, I've noticed over the last few weeks, and I thought what we might do today is just talk through what you've done to the vehicle, some of the changes and modifications we've made. So maybe start by talking about the chassis extension and the GBM upgrade, which I guess is probably the first thing we do on a car when we get it in.
Yeah, awesome. So we immediately consulted with this customer about what he wanted to do. Needed a lot of load carrying capacity. The obvious choice was the J-Max 4.95 chassis extension. So you get your 300mm chassis extension, which also helps with bringing your loads further towards the center line of the car, and you get that massive 4.95 GBM and your coils as well. It's a complete package, comes with everything. The customer on this is also going to be running a camper on the back, so it was a bit of a no-brainer in terms of what we were going to do. This one's got the 3-inch with 34-inch tyres. It sits awesome. I really love the stance on it.
It's a really good balance, isn't it? Because I mean, obviously you've got really great load carrying capacity now. I mean, a significant upgrade with the GBM, and better ground clearance. Obviously, everything's a little higher off the ground, so for off-road ruts and so forth. But it's not over the top, is it? I mean, the car. I mean, some people, you see vehicles on the road where people go for maximum lift, but obviously they really upset things like centre of gravity, and the cars become unstable. This is a really good all-round balance, I reckon. Here,
it is, and the coil rear is inherently very stable and very nice, especially off-road. It's still got that stability that you want on-road as well. So it is a perfect blend of off-road utility and also being able to drive this thing around every day and have it drive.
Just on that, Darcy, I mean, you drive a lot of 79 series Land Cruisers because you road test everything we do here, and you've seen a lot of different packages and so forth. What does this do to the ride of the vehicle?
It definitely mellows out the rear end. You don't get that harsh reaction that you normally get with the leaf sprung rear. Still get all your weight carrying capacities that you would get with that as well. So you get a lot less body roll. You also have a lot plusher rear end, and especially with the J-Max Alphas that are in this, you have adjustable compression on your shocks as well. So if you're varying your loads a lot, you can turn it up and down depending on how much you got in the back or your road conditions, and it definitely really mellows out the suspension.
Okay. So the J-Max suspension is really delivering everything, isn't it? It's giving us better load carrying, better ride, better handling, and better off-road performance as well.
Correct, and that's not even including the fact it's got chromoly axles, which are so much stronger than factory. You get track correction and the manufactured sheet metal diff as well, which is super strong.
Okay, all right. So that's basically our platform done. We've increased the chassis. The car's got a lot more load carrying capability. I suppose now the most obvious thing to talk about is our pride and joy, which is the tray and the canopy configuration we've done on this. So let's talk about the tray first, Darcy. What model tray is this one?
So this is one of our premium trays that we've done in a custom powder coat, which is our silver with the gloss finish over the top, so a gloss clear coat, and I think that's the massive standout thing on this. We don't do a lot of the silver, but this thing definitely does look awesome. It's got the premium underbodies as well. It's got a 70-litre under tray water tank, pull-out trundle drawer with central locking on the back, and just a single bay M-Spec half canopy as well.
So the reason why the customer's gone for a short canopy on this is because he's then going to put a camper on the back, is that right?
Correct. I don't know the manufacturer of the camper, but there is going to be one going on the back. So that's why he's opting for a shorter canopy. By no means, once we open this thing up, it is packed. It has got everything you'd ever want, all condensed into a half canopy.
Let's have a look. What have you put in there? I know you've been bolting a lot of stuff in these canopies.
So we've got a T10 drawer module. We've also got a lockable cargo safe at the top. You can use it for whatever you want, rifles, long storage, fishing rods, which is good. It's also got 3-point locks on it. Just a nice simple opening and lockout for the drawers as well now, so if you're on an angle they're not going to go back in on you. We've got rock lights, steady rock lights in the doors, as well as internal lights and new flush mount panels. for your fuses, your SIG sockets, your USBs, all your power outlets, and that's where everything's fused from, so it's nice and simple.
That's very neat. I must admit, when I saw that, because we don't do a lot of these, do we? I just thought, what a perfect place to put all your fishing rods and everything, because it goes the full width there of the back, and you know, fishing rods can be pretty, fly fishing rods and stuff like that can be worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
I reckon that'd be a really great place to keep them stored. Okay. What about the underbodies, Darcy? I know you love tucking things under the trays and so forth. Any hidden surprises in there for us?
A couple of hidden surprises. So obviously the front ones are huge, as this is a single cab with a 300 extension. So yeah, storage is absolutely unreal. Everything's 3-point locked as well, which is nice. Carpet on the inside. I guess the only hidden feature that we've got on this one is on this left-hand rear underbody is where we like to put our ARB air compressors. Now this vehicle has a link system in it. So you've got your PRV valve, which means that you can just plug your tyres in and set the pressure on your link system, and it will inflate them or deflate them to that pressure, which is a really nice feature.
So this is ARB's twin compressor, which is their maximum output one. So it's got, I've got one in my car as well, actually, and it performs really well. Have we got a separate air tank we're running on this, or just?
So this one doesn't have a separate air tank. We do option for a 4 litre that goes on the tray.
Okay.
And they are quite handy, especially when you need stuff like air guns or you need that extra volume. But this system works really well without it. It's also got in-cab airbag control through the links as well, so everything is mounted to the top where it's not going to get damaged. It's just nice and easy, so you wouldn't even know it's there if you weren't looking for it.
Sensational. No, very accessible as well. I reckon an air compressor is probably the thing that you use most on your four-wheel drive when you're out and about. I mean, obviously, you know, we put diff locks on our cars and winches, but you know, for altering your tyre pressures for off-road driving, or obviously if you need to do a repair, I think a compressor is one of those things that you will use constantly, and it's a great place to have it.
For sure, there's not really a time that you'd go off-road without altering your tyre pressures, not only for the sake of the tyres itself, but just for that ride and traction. So being able to put them down is great. Being able to put them up is even better.
Cool. Let's have a look under what we got under this one here.
So this one has a Evercool pull-out fridge freezer, and we've also got a travel buddy in there as well. We don't do a lot of these pull-out fridge freezers. This one's awesome just in terms of packaging, because there is a lot going on in here. Gives you that extra room to be able to have stuff on top of it without having to have either a full-length fridge, which will take up all that room. It means that you couldn't have the travel buddy there, or your safe, and it just allows all that utility and extra space. So obviously he's going to have some fridges inside the camper as well. This is more for if he drops it off, wants to go on without it, you've still got room for all your food.
It's a cracking setup, isn't it?
It is.
I can't wait to see it come back in at some point with the camper on the back.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've done the front end as well, Darcy?
Yeah, correct. So this has got the 3-inch J-Max front end, their billet radius arms, and their alphas as well. They perform really well with the 34s. We've also done ARB, in terms of accessories, we've done the ARB bull bar, steady lights. It's got a Selfie unit on it as well. And obviously the Warn Evo 12S front winches, which we love. They're a nice unit with Bluetooth and everything. So
sensational. And the Rhino rack as well, we've done on the cab there.
We've done the Rhino rack. We've also done a dual battery under bonnet, which powers that canopy. Obviously being such a compact setup, couldn't really opt for one of our power systems inside the canopy. It would have just taken up too much room. So we went for a under bonnet AGM, 105 amp hour, and that powers all the accessories on the car as well. Okay. So you don't really have to worry about flattening your main battery.
It really is just an awesome platform to build your ultimate Outback Tourer, the 79 series, isn't it?
They are. There's definitely a lot of utility in them, and a lot of customization you can do as well, which I think people love.
And that's the thing that, I mean, I've been working in the four-wheel drive industry for 30 years, and coming to work at Boss a couple of years ago and seeing, you know, the builds that you guys do has really, you know, I thought I knew four-wheel driving, but when I come here and actually see what you do to some of these vehicles, and you know, obviously we do a lot of dual cabs, we do full-length canopies, we do three-quarter canopies, we do half canopies. Just the versatility and the options are just endless.
Oh yeah, it never ends, and we're more than happy to accommodate for some customers' dreams and what they want to do. So we definitely love helping them out in terms of that.
Anything in the inside, any interior accessories on this one?
Yeah, so on the inside of this one, we've got a couple of good things. We've got the clear views, which just the puddle lights come on with door open. We've got some InCharge automotive seats, which the customer supplied, so they're retrimmed with the bolsters and everything in there, which in the leather, which is awesome. InCharge automotive door cards. We've got the link system. We've also got a Department of the Interior center console, which is where we've housed a lot of our things, like the link system is mounted on the back of there, and also the Selfie is hidden away underneath the floor console, whilst it's still accessible to be paired through the cup holder. So the single cabs are a lot tighter. You don't get as much room to play around with. So we definitely have some awesome bracketry and stuff that we can hide a lot of stuff that you don't need. And it's just a super neat package.
Well, I think that's a great rundown. So I guess the real message here is that, you know, Boss is best known for our trays, our canopies, and now tents and awnings, and canvas bags we're doing as well. So we can help our customers with those sorts of things, but for the people that want to do the really epic, you know, vehicle of a lifetime builds, we're fully set up to do that as well. I mean, Darcy's got a great team working with him here, and we really can build these sort of ultimate outback tourers to a level of attention to detail that is really quite exceptional. So, mate, thank you for your time. We've got a lot more 79 series in there to work on, and we'll let you get back to it. Thanks, mate.
Easy done.